Hello, Facebook.
Hi, guys.
We are here for the tall and the short of it today with
Betsy.
and Jenny. And we're in this like really awkward way. We're sitting
Again.
like super close together so that we
Yeah.
can be by the TV today.
I'm gonna sneeze.
You're going to sneeze? Oh, no. I still can't. That's the second time you've done that on a live. And I've still not done it, which is shocking.
Leave it to me. Hey, guys, I'm very disappointed in Jenny.
Uh-oh.
So disappointed. So disappointed.
Now what?
Today is World Down Syndrome Day.
That is true. It is.
And you're supposed to support that by
I do.
wearing your crazy socks.
I do, but I don't own any crazy socks.
Well, our speech therapist just wore 2 different socks.
I did not think of that.
I do have 2 different socks, but that's how the pair are made.
Ah,
They
Gotcha.
are... hang on, I'm leaning back. Can you see? Probably not.
probably not.
One, I can't get my... I'm not
Let
that...
me see if I can do this. One of them has stripes, and then
And
the
one-
other one has.
Well, ducks, but this one
Ducks.
has ducks on them too.
Uh-huh.
Don't get too close. Like sneak.
Yeah.
shaped.
There we go.
So,
Be careful with the equipment.
Down Syndrome World Down Syndrome
Awareness.
Awareness Day.
Yes. So, and this being Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, that is fitting.
Yes. And I
So-
wore my Disable the Label shirt today too. I'm just celebrating everything today.
Very cool. So we have been talking about resources this month for special education. And this is Betsy's week to shine. I have a couple of things to share, but nothing like as much as her because she does it every day, being in the classroom still. So I am going to let her take it away with her favorite apps
Yes.
for special education. And I'm going to ask questions.
I will say, I told Jenny,
I'm going to try to move out of the way too so you guys can see.
I told Jenny I didn't feel like I really had a whole lot, but I guess once we started talking about it, I had more than I thought. And I may try to add some more because I have a list somewhere. I went to a conference.
Look, you can still see me in the reflection.
I went to a conference and I was trying to find that list and I can't find it. But anyways, there are tons of apps out there, obviously. But my big thing for this was I didn't want like a skill and drill kind of an app. Like there are tons of flashcard apps and like math addition, subtract, all of those kinds of apps. Or even I have a lot of apps that kind of work on patterning, like with math, doing different patterns or putting things into categories and stuff.
Right.
And those are obviously useful and have a great or have a place in the classroom, but I wanted these to be more like application, I guess, kind of things to help students maybe do things differently using the device. And I will say these are all iPad because we are one-to-one with iPad in my school district. So maybe if you're not Apple, if your school isn't Apple or doesn't use Apple products, I know a lot of schools over.
There's a lot of stuff in the Chrome store, though,
I'm just not familiar with it. I know,
Yeah.
like, a lot of, in the county next to us use a lot of Chromebooks.
right, and I'm sure Patents can answer your questions about Android or Chrome type apps.
Yeah. So, anyways, like I said, I just really kind of wanted to work on or look at apps that helped possibly solve a problem that was a little different than kids needing to learn their addition
Right.
skills or that kind of thing.
Like things to work on IEP goals that maybe aren't so just reading and writing.
Right,
and
right.
Stuff like that, yeah.
So one of the things, and here's something else to think about. It's not necessarily just for students with an IEP, but a lot of times, which I know right now, kids really young know how to use all of this technology. But I had students that struggled with manipulating the iPad. They loved it, but they did not have the fine motor skills to do that. So we have used the iPad to help improve those. And I'll try to tell you if things cost or, are free. And sorry, I feel like there was something else I was going to show you first, but maybe not. Okay, so we'll just start with this one. It's called Ready to Print. Oop, I'm sorry. So this actually, one of our OTs, this makes the lighting fantastic. One of our OTs showed us this, and I use this quite a bit in my classroom because one, the very first, it goes like on a, like this is the easiest. You're just touching pictures here all the way down to tracing numbers and letters or connecting different dots. This one I like is bringing items. Oh, trying to touch my. I don't have a smart board. So you're using your thumb. You're teaching them this motion. So you're bringing those two together. I'll show you. You're teaching them this, which is making that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
That is very hard, and so I like that this is a part of that.
Choose an activity.
And so then this one's touch and drag. So you're
Touch
just
and drag.
teaching them. I had a
Select
student,
direction. Then tap go
and
for the
this one.
books on
I'm
back.
sorry. Let me back up.
So back, choose an act, touch and drag.
Maybe we should have mentioned tomorrow's our last day before spring break.
Tensions
And-
are high.
It was a full moon yesterday.
Yes, yes.
So you can work on going down, then up, then right and left, and then you can go all directions. So we'll just start with
Put the
going
books
down.
on the bookshelf.
And so you're teaching them that, and they even do a line for them to show them. And so they're taking their finger, and the line's gone. So, but you're dragging. Am I doing it? Nope. I
So
tried.
It's kind of a scaffold.
Yeah. So, anyways, I like this to show and help with iPad skills, because in order for an iPad to be useful, they have to, be able to. So I really like this one. Is they're trying to go in. They're trying to stay
Start at the bus
in there,
and
in
draw
the
a line inside the path to
in
the dot.
yeah. Starting over.
Start at the dinosaur
Sorry, I was reading
and
this.
draw a line inside the
So
back.
let me go to this one.
Select
I
starting
have
level,
a student
then tap go below. Go.
who likes to make straight lines,
And draw a line inside
and
the path
this
to
is
the
what he
left.
would want to do.
Start at the bird and draw a line
And
inside
over
the
here it
path
says
to the
accuracy
left.
is 65. So, and maybe hand over hand. See how the stars are coming out? So my accuracy was better at a 94. So anyways, this is an app that I would
Starting level,
have the
then tap
student,
go below.
for the most part, do with me setting. Or
Oh,
someone
that's so cool.
setting next to them. Have you never seen this?
I haven't seen this before. It's really
She
cool.
paid for it.
I did. apparently.
Well, oh look.
This is what I'm good at.
Okay, so anyways, this is something like I said that I like to use to work on those skills. And then what I will often do is go from this to maybe I'll show you. I'm going to talk about Epic here in a little bit, and I would maybe go from this to Epic to show them like, oh look, that going across, that moving across, like that tracking. This is where we're going to use it. This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
So something else we also use is handwriting without tears, and I like this
Select
one.
your name.
So I'm sorry you can't see this, but capital numbers, lowercase, and
Pick and practice.
so again we use handwriting without tears in my classroom.
Let's try the letter
And
A.
they
First, watch me write the letter.
It's very
Magic C.
see, they use the wording.
Up like a helicopter. Bump. Back down. Bump. Now.
And this is nice
wet
for me
the
to
letter
remember.
with a sponge.
What you're supposed to do. But so then they would use their finger and go around, and if they mess
Way
up,
to go.
it
Now
helps
dry the
correct
letter
them.
with a
So-
towel.
like if I'm going to
Hey, try it once more.
didn't like what I did, so that would be for handwriting without tears. I do really like that one. Sorry, I have to kind of go through and look. There are a lot of like tangrams and mazes that you can use. Like there's one called Monster Maze that I will use. So, all right. Oh, here's one I was going to show you. This one also, one of our OTs showed us this one, and it's called Cut the Buttons. And it works on that thumb and finger coming together. Okay, come on. Sorry, I'm pushing. I don't know what to... There, okay. Just let me play. Okay, and the kids love this. Okay, so they're manipulating the scissors with a open and close. So they're moving and they're just cutting the buttons off the scissors. And you see I'm just moving my hand. Oh, and I'm supposed to get it in that thing. I am not good at this. Oh, my game's over.
This is fabulous.
Okay, they're really good at it. But again, it works on that pincher. I really hope Stephanie's not watching. That's my OT. Okay, so that's
Love that.
yeah. So that one, and they think they're playing a game, but it's working on. I can't
Yeah.
do this. I'm working on this. Is there an app to help with this?
Yes.
All right. So those are my main, like OT kind of things in the sense of what we use daily in my class, or, I shouldn't say daily, weekly in my classroom. The next thing, I want to kind of talk about speech and, like social skills, sensory kind of things. Do you like how I just wrapped all of those into one category?
Yeah.
They do fit in one category in my classroom. Guys, there are tons of visual timers in my on here. The one I like the best is this little, it's a rubber ducky, and it you can set it for, it's 10-second increments or a minute all the way up to
Gaze boys to the classroom.
all the way up to an hour. I've never set it that long. But what I like is let's do 10 seconds. It's showing a picture. It does make a noise, which I thought was annoying, but you can turn it off. And I like that because I can set it and walk away and I know when it has gone off. You usually get an ad after every time, but I like that one. And then, but there are tons of visual timers. There are so many different ones. Where was the other one I just had? This one. And this one gave a warning. This one was called, it just says visual timer. That's what I do. I just go into the search bar, the search in the apps, and just like looked up visual timer. And then another one that kind of goes with the speech, possibly sensory one. This one's called Blah, Blah, Blah. BLA, BLA, BLA. And, okay, so if you notice while I'm talking, this face is making some expressions, or the lines are getting a little wider when I'm talking. But if I talk really loud, it does that.
I hope you guys didn't get scared.
Sorry. But there are tons of different faces, and this would just be, the cat one. Oh, that's hard to see. Let's, there we go. So as you see, this guy is, and it's,
if we talk louder, it gets worse.
yes, when you
I
talk
talk
really loud. And I actually took my iPad and put it up to, so it could hear me more. But this would be a good for kids who don't have an indoor voice.
Yes.
We've all met them. And you can show them, look, this is see how their face is moving? Jake, you just missed it. I just did some yelling, Jake.
Do it again. Do it again.
Oh my gosh, Jake is here! See? So, but this would be good to show.
Oh my goodness.
Jenny had never seen. Do it again.
Oh. Oh.
I'm sure I've never yelled at you, Jake, but I'm sure you've
No.
heard me yell plenty. But this would just be really good to show kids, okay, it's okay to talk and make the face go this much, but you don't, or this would be good for kids that, I don't know why I'm still holding this up to my mouth, for kids who talk really quiet and you're like, I can't hear you. Baloney, you yelled at me all the time. I'm sure you didn't deserve it. I
No.
was just a mean teacher.
That's right.
Hey, I tried, Jake. I tried really hard to make it seem like I don't yell. But this would be good to show, like, I can't hear you because, look, I can't hear you. Look. His mouth really isn't moving. So to pick up that volume, I love this one. Plus, it's just fun to play with. So that one's called Blah, Blah, Blah. Also, it's a really fun name. All right. Sorry. Okay. So I was telling Jenny there are some really great visual schedules. Jenny, I think, shared one, but there's some really great visual schedules and social stories and that kind of thing. Yes, I know, I'm just a meanie. Make you guys toe the line. Okay, in my defense, you were all middle schoolers.
True. It was middle school.
So, but the one I found that, in all honesty, might go on my wish list next year is called Social Stories. It has a person on it reading a pink book that says Social Stories. So, and guys, I apologize. This is the best we could do. That's why we're
we
going
tried to
later
work on the
today.
lighting.
We've been trying and we're not. Okay, so within this app it's not cheap. It is a little pricey, but in my mind, this is an app that would be maybe more on my iPad rather than all my kids' iPads because it's something that we would do together. That I think for the entire thing it was $29.99, which for just one resource in itself isn't necessarily expensive. But like I said, if you're looking at it for, it's not one I would look at for all my iPads. But if you buy the full version, you can create your own social stories, which includes your own pictures, which are always, I think,
wow.
the best way to create social stories.
I love that.
And then there's different, and I'll show you, I think there's one or two social stories that are open. But it has some categories: friendships and feelings, problem behaviors, self-care. I can't remember what that one was, the by touch.
Boys potty train.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes. And but it even covers divorce, going shopping, girls going to the potty, asking to play.
One free one.
Yeah. Well, there's actually more free ones, but by the way, in order to get into the free ones, you have to be able to do some math.
Oh.
30 plus 10. I got it. Okay. So, it says, so you can, sorry, I'm reading it really quick. Okay. So it kind of goes through, and this one's a short one. It's only to it, and it just talks about, I have a device. It's really cool. A device can be an iPad, or other tablet. If I lose or break my device, then I won't have it anymore, and I will really miss it. So, and here it has a bundle. Like if you look at the whole bundle, which is where I was. I mean, you can.
Look at all that.
Yeah. So, but if we go back, let me go to all of them. All stories. Oh, maybe that was the only free one. Well, fine. There's a WH question ones. There's a manners one.
Personal space. We have to use that one a lot.
Running.
Stranger danger.
Oh, yeah. So using my words. I think I say that.
Waiting. All of those are ones that I think we can use for sure.
So I really, hang on, Oh, here's some speech ones. But anyways, what I liked is that you could make your own. And and I think in the free one you can make 2 stories of your own and keep it like that. So and then like I said, you can use your own pictures.
Cool.
So I really liked that one and expect it to be on my on my wish list.
On your wish list.
But another one, where was it? Oh, the visuals to go. I did kind of like this one. Now, I will say I have a student that uses, it's called the LAMP app, which kind of, I would use it over this. But this might be a good way to start and see if a communication app kind of device would be a good thing. And you can see, as I was practicing last night, I want pizza. You can see where my mind was. But anyway, so there's sentence starters. It says I want, I see, I feel, I like, my name is, or I don't want. So let's be
I don't want.
negative. Oh, and she does kind of have a different British maybe accent, which might throw some kids off. But so I don't want. Let's pick an activity that we don't want. I don't want to draw.
Or
Okay, and then I'm going to go over here and play.
draw.
I want you to play them all.
I don't want. Draw.
Okay, I don't want draw. So it didn't give me the 2. But anyways, like I said, this might be a good starter one to see what that's like. I guess I could have brought go grab the other iPad with the LAMP app and show you that. But all right, that was just one I thought. It's called Visuals to Go. I just thought that one would be a good way to kind of explore that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to look at was, you know what? Let me talk a little bit about some apps I like for as a teacher, and Jenny's going to show you some, and I'm trying to make it flow so that we're not flipping back and forth.
Right.
So I just learned about Apple Classroom, and what it does is if you are sorry, I was kind of getting ready to pull it up, but my students' pictures are in it, so I can't pull it up.
Yeah.
So with Apple Classroom, okay, here's why I love it. You can watch what your kids are doing on their iPads when they're not right here. I can pull up all the screens. I can see what apps they're on. And so I can pull it up, and it shows all my students. Like I said, I have their pictures and their names in there. And then I actually have control over their app, or their iPad. So if they are not doing, for example, if we're doing ABC Mouse, which by the way, you can get if you are a teacher, you get free membership too, if you didn't know that. But then they're in the store playing, like in their room or something like that on an ABC Mouse, I can lock their iPad. And that's kind of fun to do because they don't realize they're getting caught. And I can lock it, and then we talk about, do you know why I locked you? And they usually do. And then I can unlock it. But also when it's time to stop and make that transition, I give my warnings and do okay, we have 2 more minutes, then it's time to shut off. But you still have a couple of, those that aren't going to do it. I can lock them again, and that is a way to, even if they're not bringing me the iPad like they're supposed to, they're not still playing.
Able to play.
Yeah, able to play and do that. Okay. I know I want to talk about. Are you going to talk about Notability?
If you want to.
No, I said were you.
No, I only
Okay.
have 2.
Okay. The next one. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3. I think I have 3 more I want to talk about. The next one is again for teachers, and I'm going to explain this one. Okay, guys, we've talked so much about how Jenny is the biggest nerd there ever was in the history of. Yeah, I don't know. The history of my friends, maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so Jenny's constantly going, oh, did you read, I just read about this, or I just read about this thing, and pertaining to like special education or education. And don't get me wrong, I follow people on Twitter, or I do, but I don't go searching for these things probably to the extent that she does. But there's this app called Feedly, Feedly. I have loved this app forever. So what it is what I've done is I have different topics. I have ed tech that and it's like different, I can choose what blogs or what I want to be a part of it. You can search. And then I have just education in general. Like Education NPR is one of the resources, Education Week, TED Education. I also have ESL. I used to be ESL teacher. I also have learning disabilities, preschool, and special education. And but there are different blogs and different websites and stuff that have different articles. And then so today it says today, and these are just the articles that have popped up. And so then I can say, like, the very first one is from Mindshift, KQED, why schools should be organized to prioritize relationships. How parents can teach their kids to control their anger. But this one, there was one about 7 advantages digital assessments have over paper tests and exams. But what I would do is, sorry, I'm looking for one that I think I would like. Okay, like the whole scandal with the colleges and stuff, and it's like students with disabilities fear scandals fallout. That's by Education Week. So if I want to read that, but at the maybe a time I can't sit and read it right now. I just touch it and hold on it, and then I can save it. And I can save it to my board, so then I can sit down and read it when I have time. And then what I would do is, do you know Amy Schumer's husband is on the spectrum?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that. Huh. But, with $29 million in backing, MIT launches Down Syndrome Center.
How interesting.
That's pretty cool.
That they announced it on Down Syndrome Awareness Day.
I announced it 16 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, also reworked autism definition prompted drop in diagnosis, which
Yes.
we kind of knew that was.
We knew that would happen.
So, anyways, and then down at the bottom, it's like you review 20 articles across 12 sources. And I just kind of do this from time to time. I don't necessarily sit down and do it every day, but I just like it because it makes me feel like I can talk to Jenny a little better and come to the table a little more prepared. Anyways. All right. And then, let's talk about Notability, and then, let's talk about Epic. And then we'll talk about Notability. Some of these, I actually hadn't really been on Epic.
All the names are there.
I seriously was about ready to, let's go to guest.
Yeah.
The guest profile cannot be used outside of school hours. What? I have to verify I'm an adult. I guess I should have grabbed one. Are you kidding me? It's because we're outside of school hours?
I'm sorry.
Okay, Epic. You know what? I'll go on to Notability while Jenny talks about her stuff. I'll go pull up one of my other kids. I'll go pull up an iPad and do it. Okay, Notability, and Jenny can talk about this one as well.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what am I doing wrong with Notability already? Okay, so Notability is actually, I think this can be used at all ages. Some of these I feel like maybe are for younger kids, possibly, not necessarily, but possibly. But I actually use this one with all of my kids because we are learning to type our names. But also, they just think it's fun to draw on it. So you can type on this. You can use your finger and draw on it. You could use a stylus. You can also do recordings, so you can draw something and play your recording. And can you do talk to text on this?
I don't know.
Enable dictation. Let's try
You sure
it.
can.
So, are you able to do talk to text on this? Question mark. Awesome. Okay, you can do talk to text. The only thing that kind of stinks with that is that you have to have students that can, their
That have good speech.
their articulation skills are pretty good. So, but anyways, and you can actually, one of the apps Jenny's going to talk about, she was asking for a worksheet, which that was
fun.
That was fun. I don't do many worksheets in my classroom.
No.
I found one. But you could also take a picture of a worksheet, put it in here, and the student can draw on it, write on it, type on it.
Right. Or the teacher can email them one and they can upload it to this.
Yeah. There's a lot you can do
Yeah.
with Notability. So if you aren't familiar with it, I would just
Lots of
explore it.
tools
And And like
and take pictures and put it in there. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
I've been using it just because I'm introducing typing to my kids. I've been using it like to type their name and type spelling words. They think it's fun because you can make the font a different color and bigger and all that. So, and then, that was that all I was, yes.
That was your last one?
That was my last one.
Okay. Well, then I will show.
I mean, I could go on and on forever and ever, but
That's okay. I think people have things to do.
yeah, we'll talk about that maybe.
Okay. I got to pull my thing up here. It went back to your llama.
Llama.
All right. So now, look, it's me and Betsy on the TV screen. So the first one I wanted to show you, and we use this one with a kid with visual impairments. And again, you could use Notability for this as well too.
Are you kidding me?
Huh?
I pulled up one that a kid had a snake book.
Oh no. Betsy does not like snakes, just letting y'all know. So the first one is called Snap to Type. And that's terrible. So let me come back to here. And what I did with this is I'm going to, that's not what I want to do. I want to cancel, go back here. Okay, so here's the opening screen, which just looks white to you guys. Great.
Yeah, we really tried, but
I know. And it doesn't even help with me putting my face in it. Basically what you can do is you can say new document and choose your camera. Okay? So now my phone, it's my phone's camera right now. And I can take any worksheet I want and I can put the worksheet under, I gotta hold it still or else it won't work. I can put the worksheet underneath and I can snap a photo.
it's so white.
Okay? Yeah, it is
I
still
know.
white.
Guys,
I'm sorry.
we tried.
And then I can name it because it makes me give it a name. And then I add it. And then once I click on that, then I can blow it way up. So you can kind of see some things there. There's 1, 2, 3 on there. But right here, I'm going to blow this up as big as I can get it. It's still kind of blurry. Hold on, let me go back and use the other one because the other one was clearer. So I don't know if you can see that or not. If I make it there, if I make it big enough, you can.
So it's
Okay. Right there. You can see
like
the 8 plus 3.
8 plus 3.
Okay. So there's a little blank right here for the kid to write their answer in. If I just tap with my finger, it's going to give me a cursor. And then I can put in 8 plus 3 is 11. And then if I want to, I can make that smaller. So, and how I do that is there's a slider bar at the very top. I mean, I don't know if you can see it up here.
That you can see the black mark. The slider bar runs next to
So
it.
I can just slide it smaller, and it makes that 11 smaller. So here I made it huge there so you can see it. But then I can just take my finger, tap off of it, and then move that into the blank. And I can do that for all of the math problems and put the answers in the blanks. And then when I'm all done, I just hit, there's a share up here in the corner, the little share button, and I can either save it as an image, as a PDF, or a document, and then it asks me if I want to email it to the teacher. So that way the teacher can print it out and it's got all my answers on it. So if they have a hard time writing.
You can
and-
see it really well right now.
Oh my gosh, is that
clue?
how did that
I
happen?
don't know.
I know, because it's this part.
Oh,
Because it made that darker.
darker.
Yep. Because this part looks white now.
So
If I save it as an image and then go back to
so
here.
we really need to lower the
Mm-hmm.
brightness of our screen.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. Okay, but that one's called Snap Type. And the free version, you can do, I think, up to 3 or 4 documents. And as soon as you've turned them in, you can just delete those and keep making. So you can keep using the free version, but if you want unlimited documents that you can save in it, you do have to pay like $2.99 or something. It's not very much. All right, now Photomath is the one that is like my absolute favorite. And actually, I am going to try to turn my screen brightness down and see if that helps. So
You
where?
can just slide. You could have just slid up.
Oh, I can? See, this is what I need to know.
Just like, yeah. And then, oops.
Oh,
And that's it.
does that help? Oh, it does. A little. Let's try this.
It's just so white.
Nope. That
Well, I
didn't
think
help.
a big part of that is just how white it is.
All right, so let me come back to here, about here. You can kind of see those buttons. All right, so when I am in Snap Type, there's some things up here at the top, and I chose camera, which is this one, which it's like right there. So now, again, I have a camera. Now this one, and let me go out of this again for a second, it's called Photomath. It's red, it's got a time symbol over a paper with an equal sign. This thing is the bomb. If you have kids who bring home math homework that you do not know how to do, this is a must-have for you. So I'm going to show you. Let's say you have a kid who's doing equations, okay? So I'm going to put this Photomath. Hold on, I'm going to make the box bigger so it can read all the numbers. And you have a handwritten or a, sorry, I dropped it again. Grab that for me. You have a handwritten, let me get it underneath here, equation. I hold it on there. Look what happens down at the bottom. It just solved it for me. So I literally hovered my phone over the equation, and at the bottom of the page, it has right here, 2x plus 7 equals 29. Hold on, we had a phone call.
Obviously,
So-
Nancy wasn't watching because my mom was
Apparently.
trying to call.
So down here at the bottom, we have the equation that it just solved here for us, but we can click that arrow, and now, and obviously you can't see the steps because it's too bright, but it shows you the steps. So first thing, move the constant to the right. So you take the 29 minus 7, and it shows all the steps for how to solve it. Plus it graphs it and everything. So like anything you need to know about that, it solves it for you.
Where was this when I was trying to, when I was
I'm
teaching
telling
middle
ya.
school resource?
And it works just as well on a math problem like, I don't know if it'll get both of them in there. You
What,
got
just
6
the-
plus
the
6.
6?
So it got the 6 plus 6 is 12 down there, and then it'll show, add the numbers. So whatever your math, and it works on algebra, like serious algebra equations. So if you don't have this and you need it to help you help your kid with math, this is amazing. And it literally just works with a camera on your phone. So I had to show that one. All right.
All right, I got Epic now.
All right, let me get off of the
Well,
mirror
I
in
can
here. Okay, there we go.
Override you. Okay, this is what Epic look. No, I was kidding. Epic doesn't look like that. Oh shoot! I thought my kid's picture was, or a student's picture was up there.
There
Okay,
we go.
this is what Epic looks like.
Woohoo!
And hey, look, March Madness basketball. So what I do is I go
I
over
can
here.
read that.
Yes, I go over here to explore, and then I come down here for my kids. I go to this little fox, and it says read to me. They always want to go to over here where this video is and watch videos. That's where the Apple Classroom comes in handy, and I can shut it off. So, God, what is with my kids and snakes? So if I'm gonna click on this book, it's once before time. I click it on it again.
Epic Originals presents Once Before Time, Cinderella Rex by
And
Christy Webster,
it reads the book to them.
performed by Kelly Jean Badgley. Once, before time, there was a dinosaur named Cinderella Rex.
I will let you know we love dinosaurs in this classroom, and we do a lot with them. So, it turns the page on their own.
Cinderella Rex loved to dance. But her stomp mother did not let her dance. She had to clean up after her mean stomp sisters.
Stomp Sisters.
That's
Okay.
fantastic.
So, over here there also is a button that says highlight. And hang on. And so,
One day, a letter came.
now it's highlight. Oh.
Everyone was invited to a ball.
I
at
like how it
the
does
castle.
this with the words. I thought the highlight.
Cinderella Rex was finally going to dance.
Oh, I don't like
But
that.
first,
Never mind.
She had to have her stomp sisters get ready.
I don't know what's happening. I think so. Anyways,
I
okay.
think it's
But
distorted because it's
Yes.
on the big screen.
And then something for my kids, like we do so many books and then they do get some video time because I am nice. But, and then after a while, it'll also start showing like, oh, here are some good books for you. But we always go back to this because this is where the books are read.
Oh,
Serious-
that's awesome.
Like
Wiggly Worms.
Wiggly Worms, but yeah.
So,
So,
platypus book.
and they have, this is where I was saying that I would, after we did the one where we were working on the sliding and stuff, the students have to go like this to get,
Yeah.
and that can be difficult for some of them. So this, I love this.
These
And guys,
are great books. These aren't just like contrived books with
Uh-uh,
crappy
no.
text.
so I mean,
These are like
Panda
books
Bear,
you
yes,
probably
Danny
haven't-
the Dinosaur. I actually have both of these in my library.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Pete the Cat books. My kids love those.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because we usually do this with headphones because it is hard when you have 9 kids listening
Mm-hmm.
to books. But of course, when they have headphones on, they don't think they can't hear anybody, so nobody can hear them.
And
then,
this has books all the way up to what age level?
I don't know.
I
I'm a newbie at this.
think Epic goes.
But they
Pretty
will
high.
sing to each other.
Because I think they even use it in like 4th grade.
I mean, so, I mean,
Some of these are nonfiction, so I guess they could be any
yes.
age.
Oh, my kids love the
planets.
nonfiction ones
The
because
planets and volcanoes.
they've been doing a
and-
lot of tornadoes lately. Snakes again because one of my students thinks it's funny. And so, but yes, we love this one.
Awesome.
And this way too, they can all read something that they want to, that they're
Very cool.
they're interested in. And then here's the thing too, you can search. Like I said, there was Pete the Cat, and I didn't see any Pete the Cat when I was going through that. But I know there are Pete the Cat. I know that they. So if I went up here and typed in Pete the Cat, I love my white shoes, rocking in my school shoes. I knew this one was on here because I hear the kids singing it all the time. And so,
The cat rocket in my school shoes.
yeah, so, and they do rock it. So, anyway, so you can look, and if there is a specific book they're wanting, or maybe you're wanting, because you can pull it up and have it as a group read.
Sure. That's awesome.
So,
Very cool. All right, I think we have filled their head with all kinds of apps today.
and I apologize again. Like I said, at some point we'll figure out the lighting and all of that good stuff. And maybe, like I told Jenny, this maybe needed to be like kind of a screencast or maybe a different kind of video instead of a live. And if you guys want more specifics, we can definitely, provide information
Sure,
down below.
sure.
And guys, give us your apps. What are some?
Yeah, list your apps in the comments below that you love if you're watching this on replay. Be sure to give us that hashtag replay and list those down below. So, next week, someone will be on vacation.
She makes it sound like I'm gonna go lay on the beach.
So, oh, I thought the TV was going.
No, I'm moving it.
Okay. So next week somebody will be on vacation, so I will be all on my own next week. However, we will have a special guest with us. His
Okay.
name is Fenway, and he works for Erskine Green Training Institute in Muncie. And I'm going to be interviewing Fenway live next week. However, we are not going live on Thursday. Fenway can't do it on Thursday. So we're going to do it Wednesday at 1 o'clock. So it's actually going to be during the day.
I will be
So-
traveling then, so see, I'll
So
be in the car.
she might like get on and comment. I bet
could.
she could do that. Yeah,
could.
exactly. She could.
I won't
she
be
could
driving, so
Yeah,
I mean, me personally.
right.
So,
Where are you going?
Brown County.
Brown County. That's right.
My mom
That's
and I
right. We
take my
talked about that.
nephews on.
Mhm.
Jenny and I get a 2-week spring break, where most schools
Yay.
only get one. So we get 2 weeks. So the first week my nephews have off,
Sure.
and so we just go for a few days and hike. Last year we went and it snowed.
Oh.
The weather in Brown County was worse, it's 2 hours south for us, and it was worse there than it was up here.
Yeah. So anyway, I will see you all next week live at Erskine Green Training Institute in Muncie. And we're going to talk all about what that is and what kids that is for and how that can be a resource for families as children are transitioning from high school to adulthood. So that's a little different than what we've talked about so far because this is for older kids. So if you have friends or you know people that have older kids that are maybe in their junior or senior year of high school and they're not sure what they're going to do afterwards, you might want to tag them in this next week so that they can watch it live with us. 1 o'clock Wednesday, live at Erskine Green. And that's it for the tall and the short of it for this week. And we love you guys. Thanks so much.
Bye. Look, I did it.
She did.